words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Horton-Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. The type of nigga that ain't really with the games. As a young rebel wanting money and the fame, now I realize all this shit don't really mean a thing. It's 2017, we still get whips and chains. Only difference is they come with rings and diamonds that plain. But third, do your thing, I ain't trying to intervene. Leave that to them niggas shooting hair on. What I'm saying is, y'all get the message. Young and I'm restless, so anything less than my vision not impressed with. Keep my circle small and symmetric. Not an in-crowd type of nigga that's some Ron Artest shit. Verse Detroit when he tested. Ben Wallace, I've been deprived of niggas knowing I'm blessed with the gift. Fuck a minimum wage salary. Life is your reality, the hood is a mentality. Young youth need a reality check. Money bulging out their pockets till they mind is in debt. Cause beef what they said, they quick to put dough on your chest. So wear bulletproof, still them niggas trying to invest. That's business, one-on-one. It's something that you need to know. We only gain power when we turn which way the heat is blow. So when the rebels link up, 3 words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Horton-Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. You're now tuned in to the sounds of Phase and the Third Eye Rap Musical Orchestra. Know what time it is, my nigga. Are we obsessed with mediocrity? Then why we live below standards of what a guy should be? We buy designer clothes before owning property, just to flex on other people. Look what we got, but see, we live for others without living for ourselves. When the only thing that matters is generational wealth. To break the cycle, making sure it don't continue. We still drive through knowing that what's on the menu. It's killing us hard. We still think like my God is better than your God when there's only one God. Still waiting on a nigga named Jesus to save us when it's God within us. Till we know it will never wake up. We still believing in old tales like heaven or hell when ain't nobody came back from the dead to tell. But tell me what's truth, no one knows for sure. Got my individual truth and your truth for sure, for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens to kill you. Too much TV and phone screens to kill you. Too much Hennessy and social feeds can kill you. Too much of anything and everything can kill you. We got life fucked up. Can you see your own power when the light fucked up? Still listen to drugs and murder when we out. Bodies dropped and all of a sudden the violence gotta stop. We gotta keep a bottom on the shelf. Say we never turn down a fade, but to run away from ourselves. Instead of dealing with the problems within. Females seeing celebs and wanna look like them. With titties and ass shots while poking their ass out. For what? Just for a nigga to fuck them and cash out. Still lost to what's really going on. It seems right in front of our face, but we looking down at our phones. Can't escape it, no. Quit looking for preachers and spiritual teachers and go within for the faith and hope. Only when you close your eyes, then you see. Stop worrying about eyes, start worrying about we, for sure. Too many broke dreams and smoke screens to kill you. Too much TV and phone screens to kill you. Too much of McDonald's and Starbucks to kill you. Too much of anything and everything can kill you. So when the rebels link up, 3 words, let's ride out. It's been a long time coming, my nigga, but the time now. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? They done put Horton-Tucker on this bitch, let me find out. When the rebels link up, 3 words. The type of nigga that ain't really with the games. As a young rebel wanting money and the fame, now I realize all this shit don't really mean a thing. It's 2017, we still get whips and chains. Only difference is they come with rims and diamonds that plain. But third, do your thing, I ain't trying to intervene. Leave that to them niggas shooting hair on. What I'm saying is, y'all get the message. Young and I'm restless, so anything less than my vision not impressed with. Keep my circle small and symmetric. Not an in-crowd type of nigga that's some Ron Artest shit. Verse Detroit when he tested. Ben Wallace, I've been deprived of niggas knowing I'm blessed blessed with. The gift, fuck a minimum wage salary. Life is your reality, the hood is a mentality. Young youth need a reality check. Money bulging out their pockets till they mind is in debt. Cause beef what they said, they quick to put dough on your chest. So wear bulletproof, still them niggas trying to invest. That's business.
One-on-one. I can really hear Game saying this shit.
Hey, we live now, bitch.
What's the deal?
That was so bad. That was so.
What it do, baby?
Oh my.
What it do, baby?
We'll never start off this show.
What
like
it do, baby?
Again. Ever again.
Hey man, episode 6 coming at you live, one-on-one with Solo and Diamond.
Hey,
your one-stop shop for great Laker talk. No politics, no weird takes. This is not ESPN. We're coming at you live and raw, straight from sunny SoCal. So, what are we getting into?
That was such a Ron Burgundy, like.
Hey, we are in sunny SoCal. It is sunny outside, and we are located in Southern California.
That's hilarious. So, what we're about to attempt to do is build this team around LeBron James, Anthony Davis, the full roster under the projected $109 million
salary cap.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try to do. I mean, it also, I mean, as we do this, please, if you guys see this, input what you guys think is logical. Fair. Yeah, fair and logical, because that's what we're going to try to do. Yeah. Because as Laker fans, as NBA fans, we can get a little crazy thinking maybe one person signs for this much and another person signs for this much, but then it really doesn't make sense. So let's just try to keep it.
Kawhi Leonard's not coming on a minimum contract.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, like, just shit like that. So, I guess just police us as we build this shit.
Yeah, because we're going to try to make it real in the field, and we're going to try to actually see what this team could look like next year as we build a championship roster full of vets, defenders, and shooters around our dynamic duo, our big two of LeBron and AD. So, getting right into it, you know, everybody's dream is that Kawhi Leonard comes here. He's just fresh off a championship. He's at the king of the hill right now. I heard some people say he will be a third wheel. That's not the case. They will all be number ones. Maybe AD would take a seat back because he's a big. But, you know, we're going to start off with the Kawhi Leonard situation and scenario, which, you know, some people say it might happen. ESPN and all them will tell you there's no way in hell that it happens. So nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows
anything.
This
is about as valid
as anything you hear.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, with Kawhi Leonard taking his full max, that means he's going to take all the money that we have 32. Left over. If they get to 32, which we're assuming that they will. We're doing this based off of they're going to clear the cap space by moving Bonga, Wagner, and Jones. Yeah. We're assuming that's going to happen because we assume that we have good people in the front office. I mean, everybody hates them. We don't.
We assume they didn't make a trade, not thinking that they could. You know what I'm saying?
Like everybody's trying to force feed down everybody's throats. You know what I'm saying? So, if Kawhi takes his full max, we'll be working with the room exception,
which is how much is that?
The room exception for the Lakers is $4.8 million. We are paying the taxpayer room exception, meaning we're going to be over the cap, and then we can sign somebody at $4.8 million. Once we've used all our cap space.
Quick question. Why don't we have the full mid-level exception?
Because we are going to be over the tax threshold. We're going to be spending more money than we're allowed to spend under the salary cap. So when we signed Rondo and Lance and JaVale, when we fleshed out our roster, we went over the cap to do so. So that means we don't have the full mid-level, which is about $7.8 million, which would be a lot valuable right now.
A lot valuable.
When we filled out our roster last year, when we had BI and we had the number 2 picks and all that on our books, we went over the cap to do so. So now, because KCP's contract really was the thing that took us over, so now we don't have that room, and now we have the taxpayer mid-level because we went over the money. This is the same mid-level that teams like the Warriors will have, teams like the Nuggets will have, teams like Portland, all the good teams basically are over the tax limit. So they're all going to be working with this $4.8 million room exception. So
with that being said, we give Kawhi the full max.
Full deal.
We have LeBron. We have AD.
We have the best big three of all time.
Who are we signing with that? Who are we looking at as far as options?
So once we've went over our cap, we're looking at guys like Seth Curry, who the room exception would double his salary from last year.
Okay.
So I would think,
that would be a fair offer for him to accept, right? You guys let us know.
Yeah, you let us know. We don't want to overthink.
Seth Curry will make more than the room exception? Do you think he's looking for more than that, which is $4.8 million?
Yes.
Right? Because this is what we think would be a good offer for him to come to the Lakers with Kawhi, AD, to be able to compete for a ring, actually compete. You know what I'm saying? Actually compete. But let us know what you think. So far it would be Seth Curry joining Kawhi for that 4.8.
Yes, while already having Kyle Kuzma, our rookie, and everything like that.
Exactly.
So also for room exception possibilities, would somebody like Brook Lopez take the room exception? He's played the last 2 years on vet minimum contracts. So do you think he might want to cash out?
He made a little bit more than vet last year. He made 3 point something last year.
So would Brook Lopez be willing to take the 4.8 from us? Because that would be a good look as well.
What can Milwaukee give him at this point? About the same thing?
Yeah, about the same thing. Or they could, because they don't have his bird rights, so they can't go over their cap. This is a very salary cap heavy episode. We've done a lot of research. So if you find out that I'm saying something wrong, please let me know.
Yeah.
So after we do the Kawhi and Seth Curry in this situation, we're going to be...
That gives us a starting five.
That gives us a starting five, and we're going all veteran minimums from here. You can go over your salary cap to sign veteran minimum contracts and second-round draft picks and undrafted free agents. So that will be the whole rest of our team. So that we have 5 guys. The rest of the 10 guys on the roster will be either second-round draft picks, minimum contracts, and undrafted free agents.
Okay.
So we're assuming that somebody like Kyle Korver is going to get bought out. He just got traded to Memphis. Why would a rebuilding team want Kyle Korver sitting there on their bench? Yep. So we're assuming that we can get Kyle Korver to come on a minimum contract. Deal. We're hoping that once we get Kyle Korver, somebody like Marcin Gortat, who's been all around the league, is a very steady big man, good screen setter, good rebounder.
You have a collection of big men that you could get out there.
Yeah.
Joakim Noah.
There's Ed Davis. There's Robin Lopez. Yeah.
Ed Davis, I don't know if he'll sign for the vet minimum, but he hasn't. I mean, he's coming off an injury, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So I would assume it would be a good look for him to come and play.
It's a good look for anybody to come play for this team. I'm telling you.
Right about now, yeah.
We want to bring back the Caruso god, Alex Caruso. Bald Mayhem, as I call him, Alex Caruso. We're looking at bringing back somebody like Trevor Ariza, possibly on the minimum. I know a lot of people probably think that Trevor Ariza is a little too good for a minimum because he did have a nice little run in Washington once he got traded there. Darius Miller, somebody who's played with Anthony Davis in college and in New Orleans. We're hoping that somebody like him, that he will come around.
3-and-D type of guy.
3-and-D guy, can still play. Not old, right around his prime years, so we get the best Darius Miller we could. He's an end-of-the-bench guy, good locker-room guy, high-character guy.
But then you also got a lot of other options out there.
A ton of other options.
That 3-and-D wing.
There's so many options.
Well,
Wayne Ellington.
I want to say 3-and-D.
Just guys who can make shots, you know what I'm saying? And throw their body around a little bit.
Especially bigger guys that if you want them to play the 3 and the 4 like the way Darius Miller will. Or if you want to keep that consistency of a Kyle Kuzma body type, you know what I'm saying? If you want to have like a Darius Miller coming out that's about the same body type as Kuzma, 6'8", 6'9", guys that can rebound, run the floor with the rest of the team. I mean, you got Wilson Chandler, Damari Carroll, you got Mike Scott. You got a lot of different other guys out there that can fill that role if Darius Miller or Trevor Ariza decide not to come or decide they want more money, or if these guys decide they want more money. But we got
also, we need shooting. That's been something that's been a detriment to the Lakers for the whole rebuild. Now we're no longer rebuilding, so we must get shooting. You could bring somebody like Jimmer Fredette back to the NBA. I know he's a buzzworthy name, but if he'll come back to the league on a minimum salary, why not think of adding somebody like Jimmer at the end of the year?
He did come back at the end of the year.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have a successful Phoenix Suns run.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
But here's the thing, though. He didn't play with LeBron and Anthony.
Oh, yeah. That Phoenix team.
And if you're looking for something we didn't get from a point guard last year, is someone that attacks consistently and someone that can shoot at a consistent basis. If you bring in Seth Curry, right? Yeah. You got someone that can do both. You bring in Caruso, you can see that's someone that can possibly do both. But if one of them gets hurt or if one of them isn't doing it good enough, bringing in Jimmer.
Don't bring back Rondo for anything.
Yeah, don't bring back Rondo.
That's going to let me know a lot about what this front office is thinking this summer. Don't bring back Rondo. Rondo was bad on offense. Rondo was bad on defense last year. He's only gotten a year older. He's still just as stubborn as he's always been. He was a great player 10 years ago. Don't bring back Rajon Rondo.
Please.
Under any circumstance. And then we will fill the rest of the roster out with our second-round pick, who I love, Taylor Horton-Tucker, who we got at number 46. We bought the pick from the Orlando Magic. And Eric Holman,
who I love.
He loves, who we will be able to sign as an undrafted free agent.
Who's 6'10".
Who's going to be starting on the Summer League roster.
Who gets half his boards on the offensive side of the glass. And hits 40% from three for the last 2 years.
Yep.
So, as a spot-up shooter, 6'10", 220 pounds, man.
So I want everybody to jot these notes down if you're following along, or if you want to just, replay this back and hold us to it. We're saying if we sign Kawhi Leonard in the dream scenario, we will sign Seth Curry with the room exception, Kawhi Leonard to the full max, LeBron playing the 3 as the de facto point guard and table setter.
Bunch of veteran
Kyle
minimums.
Kuzma at the 4, AD at the 5, Korver on the veteran minimum, Gortat on the veteran minimum, Caruso bringing back his rights, Trevor Ariza on the veteran minimum, Darius Miller on a minimum. I'm going to say minimum so many times. But Jimmer Fredette on a fucking veteran minimum. And our draft picks, Horton-Tucker, and our undrafted free agent, Eric Holman. So that's what that looks like.
With
Please
Kawhi
let us
Leonard.
know. That's with Kawhi Leonard. That's his scenario, because Kawhi does take up all the money. There are good free agents that won't take up all the money, and we'll get into that.
Yep.
So that's Kawhi's team.
And that could basically be the exact same thing with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Almost that exact same team.
Kemba,
except for,
all those guys that are going to make the $32 million. That's how the team is going to look for all those guys. We just chose Kawhi because Kawhi's
the best out of all of them.
Yeah, he's that guy.
You wouldn't want to have this team with Jimmy Butler.
No.
You wouldn't want to have this team with Kemba.
No.
I would dare even say you probably don't want to have this team with Kyrie.
Yeah, no.
But at the end of the day, it is Kyrie, so I can't blame the Lakers for trying that.
Mm-hmm.
But, shit.
Hey, but that's how it will look if we have Mr. Kawhi Leonard. We'll win every championship.
And let's jump into the second option. I think something that's been coming up, being reported, and people are trying to
sprinkle it out there.
Who's trying
sprinkle it out there?
Bleacher Report, and what's that guy's name from Twitter?
Abraham or some shit like that.
So Bleacher Report and him are having a little feud of who reported it first.
Because Abraham was first. I'm gonna get his name right because I don't want to do him like that. Because maybe he is the new insider in the game. I want to say his name is Avery Abraham. Because Bleacher Report and Yahoo and all them, they did bite his style because he was the first to say it. Let me get this guy's name. Avery. You got it?
I can't even say that. Ari Abraham. At Ari_Abraham on Twitter.
Yeah, that guy. He was the first person to break it, and now all of a sudden, especially yesterday, you see Lakers Nation posting it. You seen Bleacher Report posting about
Brian
Windhorst, Yahoo Sports. All of a sudden, it's a hot button topic. But Avery Abraham was the first on it, and me, D'Angelo Russell was. My fiance will tell you when he called me and told me that D'Angelo Russell got traded 2 days before the 2017 draft. I broke down. I threw my phone. I fell to the floor. I was sick. I was discouraged. I was so mad at Magic Johnson. I've never forgiven Magic Johnson for trading D'Angelo Russell. So if there's some way that he's coming back, I'm trying not to jinx it myself. You can ask him. I always say, crossing my fingers, don't want to jinx it, don't want to get hype about it. But damn it, I didn't got hype about it. So we put together a full roster for if we bring in Mr. D'Angelo Russell. So we're going to get right into that.
So I hope this happens. The first thing is to know is that D'Angelo Russell will have a max of $27 million.
Yep.
Okay, not 20, not 22, $27 million. Now, that's even if the Lakers want to offer him the $27 million.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers could probably fuck around and get away with 24.
Yeah, if he wants to come to a winning situation.
But we're going to base this off $27 million.
Yeah.
Because we honestly think that a team like Phoenix will beat us to that.
Mm-hmm.
We think that if the Nets figure out they're not going to get KD, like it's been reported,
they might sell around Kyrie.
They might fuck around and do that. So we're gonna go with the $27 million, and D'Angelo Russell would be the first guy that we sign to that. For the two, the person that we think would be a great fit with D'Angelo Russell, with LeBron, with Kyle, Anthony Davis, and gives us a real 3-and-D threat is Wesley Matthews on a minimum. Now it depends if he wants to take the minimum.
Will Wes Matthews take a minimum in this situation? I believe so.
I don't think he wants to re-up with Indiana.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 33.
33. He fought back from the Achilles injury.
You can get real minutes in Indiana or real minutes in LA. Like, real minutes.
Starters minutes.
Not just starters minutes. I'm talking about playoff championship type caliber minutes.
Yep.
I think he comes to LA for that vet minimum.
And then we, because D'Angelo Russell is not the full $32 million max, and we're basing this projections on if Rob and company clear the cap space, we'll have $5 million left over. $5 million to get you an impact player such as a Brook Lopez, who hasn't came close to making $5 million in the last 2 seasons. So,
and here's the thing too. If we bring in Brook Lopez for that $5 million, who are you starting and why?
If we bring in Brook Lopez for that $5 million, I'm starting Brook at the 5, AD at the 4, because AD does prefer to play the 4 spot. I think that's something that people are just assuming we're going to throw him at the 5. I know everybody on 2K is throwing him at the 5. Anthony Davis has never shown a want and willingness to play the 5 spot. He wants to be a stretch 4. He wants to be able to do whatever he wants. And if you have Anthony Davis, you better let him do what he wants. So I'm starting Brook at the 5, AD at the 4, LeBron at the 3, Wes Matthews at the 2, and D-Lo at the 1. That would be my starting 5. Would you do anything different? Would you get Kuzma in there? Maybe.
See, that's the thing is I don't know.
There's not a 2 guard in the situation if you bring Kuzma in there. There's not another perimeter threat really.
No, you have Wes Matthews if you bring in Kuzma, because Kuzma will play the 4. You just have to stretch him to the 5,
and then put Brook Lopez on the bench.
Position where he's most comfortable.
Yeah,
Kuzma's played the 4 his whole college career, Laker career. But I don't know if I like that lineup of Kuzma, just because defensively we're in. He
LeBron's not going to sit in the chair and play 35 minutes of defense. Kuzma is a chair on defense. People just go around him. D'Angelo Russell is not an effective defender. So if you're starting D'Lo, Kuzma, and LeBron, your defense. This is a coaching staff who wants to be a great defensive team. Frank Vogel only has coached great defensive teams other than Orlando. I don't know how good they were when he was there for that short period of time. But they're talking about bringing in Ron Adams from the Warriors coaching staff, and he is an all-time great defensive coordinator. He is the Warriors defensive coordinator. So they're loading up on defense, and then you're going to have players in your starting 5 who don't play defense. I think that's a oil and water type of mix with the coaching staff and the players, if that's what we are going to go with. That's why Brook Lopez, who is a strong defender, and Wes Matthews, who is still a very much willing, good defender, having those guys to, complement D-Russ and LeBron, and then obviously Anthony Davis is defensive player of the year type player. So
yeah, I fuck with that.
That's what I would do. Kuzma be the best 6-man you could ever be in the world.
So the next guy that we would get, and we still have
right back at him. We got the room exception.
We still have the room exception after we go over the cap when we sign D'Angelo and Brook Lopez.
Yep.
So you bring in
Seth Curry. We need that sharpshooting.
Yeah. We
need to be targeting him ASAP.
If we're not getting shooters this time around, and we're back to getting guys that we think would fit,
I'm telling you,
we're not going to.
Don't do it. Don't say we want to bring in playmakers. Don't say we want to do we want to be different than the rest of the league. We can't afford to do that. Not this time around. We have a championship to win. After Seth, we're going back with Kyle Korver on the minimum. I think the worst kept secret right now in the NBA is that when Kyle Korver gets bought out, he's going to go to the Lakers. I think that's so already set in stone.
But if he doesn't,
that would be so weird. Where would he go? To Golden State?
No, of course not. You don't go to Golden State with Clay and KD out, but where do you go?
Philly?
I mean, he's gone to places, and he's been perfectly fine at places where he just doesn't win.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
Milwaukee.
played in Atlanta for too long. He's played in Utah for too long.
Milwaukee, I mean, just the contenders, I guess.
And maybe he goes to Philly.
Yeah, I would say Philly. Philly would be an option for him because
coming off the bench for JJ Redick.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking crazy.
That'd be crazy. We're still hoping we can get Trevor Ariza. There was a lot of rumors that we were going to trade KCP for Trevor Ariza last year, but KCP had a no trade clause.
I might start Trevor Ariza at the 4. I might start Trevor Ariza and keep Brook and Kyle Kuzma coming off the bench.
That's not a bad look. Trevor Ariza is still a starting caliber player for sure.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I mean, it's a lot of versatility. Then somebody like Mike Scott, I don't know. I mean, people are familiar with him. He just played in Philly this past year. Great 3-point shooter. versatile 4-man. Not a big, long defender, but a willing, strong defender. And then obviously we're coming back with THT, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Eric Holman, and Alex Caruso.
Now, my favorite scenario out of all of them, just because you can go so many different ways with it, is this last one. And
no max free agents.
No max free agents.
All depth.
All depth. So still having the $32 million, but not signing Kawhi, not signing D'Lo, missing out on everybody.
Yep.
Everybody stays put. What are we going to do? How are we going to build this team? What's crazy about that is that if we can only go with these depth and role and bench players and shit like that, we can't wait for these all-stars to tell us an answer.
I know.
Because guys like Danny Green, Patrick Beverly might be gone. Danny Green might be even following Kawhi Leonard
wherever he goes.
You know what I'm saying? And Pat Beverly already said that he's the one that he wants to. Any team that throws the bag at him,
that's where he's going.
That's where he's going.
And a lot of teams have money, and a lot of teams aren't going to be star chasing. So it's some team who feels like they're Danny Green away from really competing. Yep. They're Patrick Beverly away from really competing. Those teams are going to be early on those guys. They're not going to be waiting for the stars to answer their calls. They're going to be like, okay, let's get Danny Green and Patrick Beverly. Let's have a defensive, good shooting backcourt. And then the Lakers will miss out on those guys waiting on responses from Kawhi. Kawhi is worth it. You wait for him if he's giving you any indication that he might come. But anybody else, you got to really be on these role players, these really good role players, because they're going to get signed quick into free agency.
Yep. And these role players will start off with, who's the first guy? So the first guy will be Pat Beverly.
Of course.
Now, we want to break this up, this $32 million, as much as we can into either 3 to 4 guys if we can sign. If we break them into 4, that means we give $8 million to each one of these guys that we're about to name.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know if these guys are not going to be taking $8 million contracts.
Let us know. If we break it down into 3, then we give them a little bit over $10 million each.
Yeah.
Now, I personally think that, I mean, it might be the Laker bias.
Might be the Laker bias.
But I think the Lakers can snatch 4 guys for $8 million apiece.
Yeah, if you want to come win.
Not only that, what they're going to get offered by anybody else is going to be about $10, $11 million over 2 years with the team option on the third year, right? You're going to get your $20 million.
Yeah.
Cool. You got your $20 million over 3 years. If I'm the Lakers, what I'm going to do is I give you $8 million. I'll give you the 3-4 years that you're looking for, that length. Yep. You're going to get that $20 million, and you're going to get
on the back end.
Exactly.
Yep. I love it. So giving Patrick Beverly $8 million. I know he says he's chasing the bag, but why not come get a ring? And we'll give you. He's 32 years old.
Yeah.
So he's going to be looking for some security.
Yeah. That's where that
plays a factor.
Third and fourth year come into play.
That plays a factor. Then we got Danny Green. Giving Danny Green $8 million.
Another 33-year-old guy.
With the security of the 3 to 4 year contract, however they would like it. And then we will go on to sign Marcus Morris. Another. He's a clutch client, so he's probably somebody who's going to show us some love and kind of take a good deal.
29 years old.
You know what I'm saying? Give him the 3 to 4. He's already been linked to the Lakers so far this summer as well.
And maybe if we reunite him with his brother, he might be down.
You know what I'm saying? And get into Terrence Ross, someone who's only took L's in his career, always been in losing situations or always getting moved. Giving him the security he wants now. He might go chase a bag because he is younger. I don't think he's gotten the big contract yet in his career.
Marcus Morris and Terrence Ross are the only ones I think that we'll have most trouble with. Mm-hmm. But like you said, the clutch factor, I think that'll help with Morris. Terrence Ross, we're definitely reaching.
That's a reach because he might get $12 million somewhere from some other kind of team.
But if we don't get Terrence Ross, there's other guys that we can get.
A lot of other guys now with the $8 million range.
Now with that extra $8 million we have, we could even bring in a Kyle Korver. Mm-hmm. We could bring back a Reggie Bullock.
Yeah.
With that, that's 2 guys right there. Mm-hmm. What, $2 million? Let's just say vet minimum for Kyle Korver. Let's say $4 million for Reggie Bullock. Yep. Now we still have $3 to $4 million left to bring in one more guy.
Yeah, so we're talking depth here, which is our favorite scenario for the summer, because if we can stampede teams with the 2 superstars and then just high quality role players, I mean, this is gonna be tough to beat.
This really scenario is basically letting these guys carry us through the season.
Yeah.
So that way LeBron and AD don't have to play the back-to-backs.
They can do the load management thing. They could do the. You know, that's a way we can with that kind of depth, we can blow a lot of teams out, be up 25 midway through the fourth quarter, and those guys can sit, and then, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get rest for LeBron especially, and for AD for the playoffs, so we can really make this push.
And if I'm Kyle Kuzma, I'm really hoping for this kind of.
Oh yeah, this
kind of move.
This optimizes Kuzma's value because he'll be a guaranteed starter in this situation, and he would be the guy that goes ham when LeBron and AD have to sit those back-to-backs, or when LeBron and AD don't want to play those games where they're blowing somebody out. Yeah. Kyle Kuzma is in there padding his stats. Still getting 30, 35 points a game. We know, no matter how big of a fan you are or not of Kuzma, and we vary on that spectrum, we all know that Kuzma could get hot and go for... What did he do against Detroit? He had like 40 and 3/4 or 30. Yeah, I think he had like 41 and 3/4. He flames out, but he can get hot. And then in this scenario, with these high-end role players who can defend and shoot, and these two megastars, Kuzma's right smack dab in the middle of both of those scenarios. So
smacking and dabbing.
He's smacking and dabbing. He's killing shit. I love that scenario for Kuzma because in a D'Angelo scenario or Kawhi scenario, he has to get pushed back. Yep. His shot attempts and all that has to get pushed back. And he is a rhythm player. He's streaky. He needs to get shots up in order for him to see something go in, so then he gets that confidence going.
And what I really like about the D'Angelo situation, too, is that and what I really... And another thing why I wouldn't want to have... Or I would have questions with bringing in, what's his name? Seth Curry with D'Lo. Because I would want D'Lo to play with another point guard. Yeah. I think D'Lo's max... You can max D'Lo out when he's playing off ball, or when he has someone else that he doesn't necessarily have to be the number one playmaker. Yeah. If you're going to play with LeBron, Kuz, and AD, then you're taking away from D'Lo's game of being able to create and get his buckets. I mean, he's still going to shoot that three, of course. Yeah. He'll be wide open.
Yeah, wide open. And he became much more of a driver this past season, and he got his floater game down. He's going to need the possessions.
And which, that's what drove me crazy, is the fact that he became that much more of a driver this year. And what was I?
He thought he never was ever going to become a driver. And me as a fan, I'm like, he doesn't want to drive.
I was on his head. Like, I can see the potential of him becoming like, I'm gonna mention it, but I'm not saying he's gonna be that good. Yeah. But James Harden type of player, someone that gets to the line,
has the
someone
ball
that can shoot the three. Yep. That's what I envisioned D'Angelo Russell being. Yeah. He wasn't doing that for the Lakers, and it was just pissing me off with him settling for just
because sometimes it didn't seem like he was trying to expand his game as a Laker. It seemed like he had his bread and butter, and that's all he wanted to go to. So I understand that.
I mean, young guy, he fell in love with the three early. He made a lot of threes in his rookie year, so yeah, I'm sure that's kind of what stuck to him. Would welcome him back.
Welcome him back with open arms. Like, I'm throwing a party if he comes back. We're throwing a podcast party if he comes back.
Well, I don't know. Balloons, we're not throwing a podcast
some streamers. Party. You know, it'll be there.
If Kawhi comes,
trust me,
we'd throw a podcast party. But if D'Lo comes, that party might have to be. It might have to be pushed back until we actually do a podcast.
You know. I'm excited, man. This shit's about to start really getting cracking in the next week or so. So, I mean, feel free to rewind what we just said in this last 30 or so minutes and hold us to it, debate about it, and feel free to break it down and say, hey, that guy's not going there for that amount of money. Let us know. We want to be educated as well.
Build your team down in the comment section.
Yeah, just like we did, you give me the same thing. Who's getting that room exception? Who's getting those vet minimums? Who's getting the rest of that salary cap space left over?
There's a lot of options for the Lakers to go through. I mean, for Lakers to have.
Oh, yeah. So we just had this NBA... I
don't think we lose.
Oh, honestly. No. We don't lose at all.
This offseason, I don't think we lose.
We can't lose. We got Anthony Davis. Don't let ESPN and FS1 and all these other media outlets tell you that the Lakers don't know what they're doing, or that somehow... I read... I can't think of the person who wrote the article, and I don't want to trash somebody if I don't know who they are. But I read an article yesterday that said the Lakers lost the draft. I think we both got... Did you respond to that on Twitter as well?
I don't think so, but...
They said the Lakers lost in the draft.
Lakers had one pick.
Exactly, and we hit on that pick. Trust me, I'm going to get into that in a second, but... We had one pick, and it's the 46th pick. Who cares if you hit or miss with the 46th pick?
I mean,
you can't lose the draft that way.
Unless you're saying you traded that pick for...
I'm looking up to see who wrote this.
Yeah, let's see, because I think the Lakers are one of the winners, because not only did you get Anthony Davis, but you got yourself a shooter in Zach Norvell. Yes. You got yourself a big man in Eric Holman that can shoot the three. Like I already said, half of his boards come on the offensive side.
Come on now, we need that.
And then you have THT, who I don't even need to talk about because everybody else talked about him already.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like, what was that fucking, I seen on Twitter, it seemed like we traded all of our young core and got them back.
Got them all in one player.
Like, damn. I mean, shit. I'm not that high on him, but that is a fucking great.
If you've seen
18 years old.
If you've seen our NBA draft extravaganza, he was one of my players on my board that I thought could really be the steal of the draft. And our NBA draft extravaganza was an incredible episode. Look at it on the channel. But the crossover, let's see, what are they based? Sports Illustrated has this sub channel called The Crossover, and they said the Lakers, Suns, and Wizards came out as huge losers on draft night. How?
I don't know.
At this point, it's like, let's say the word Lakers and something negative to get everybody drawn in.
Of course.
That seems like what...
Your clicks come from Lakers.
Because how could we lose the draft? The Wizards picked somebody who shouldn't have been picked where they picked, and the Suns picked somebody who shouldn't have been picked where they picked. Did we pick THT before he should have got picked?
I mean, did we all of a sudden come to the conclusion that a young core isn't worth the superstar legendary value of Anthony Davis?
Because the whole time we had the young guys, everybody said trade them, 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 trade them. That's all I ever read. Yeah.
Brandon Ingram isn't better than Jason Tatum. Brandon Ingram is Lonzo Ball doesn't do this.
Hey, we always
Stephen A. loves Lonzo.
Exactly.
I never said Lonzo isn't going to be this. I was just saying he doesn't do this enough.
Come on now.
Like, come on, guys.
Max Kellerman. Lonzo's going to be an all-star. But you were saying keep Josh Hart and keep Kyle Kuzma all season and trade B.I. and Lonzo all year. These people change up so quick when it comes to the Lakers, bro.
And no one holds them accountable.
We do find a way to rant about Brandon Ingram every episode we've done so far, and we're going to continue to do that
because he's going to go ham, bro.
Yes.
Not in that. Oh man. Oh man. I gotta put something out there too. I gotta put something out there too.
Because we've been on NBA Twitter heavy. Follow us. You see it in the top corner. I think not that corner. That corner, right? Where can I point to it? Yeah. Right there.
So on
101
Twitter,
Solo, 101 Diamond.
Oh, bro. It doesn't have the real... Wait.
Follow us on basketball Twitter. You dig.
So on Twitter, people just... we're not Pelicans fans. We think the Lakers... We honestly think
Laker fans.
The Lakers won the trade.
We think the Lakers won the trade because you get a generational player like...
Yeah.
That's just what you do.
Yeah, exactly. But the Pelicans got a fucking great end of the deal. I think
Alvin Gentry just said, that's a haul, folks.
Yeah, that's a haul, folks. But people are sleeping on the Pelicans so much, man.
My goodness. Don't sleep on the Pellies.
People are sleeping on the Pelicans so much. And at Lakers Dynasty on Twitter...
Come on, man.
Yeah, I kept those receipts, bro.
Yeah, we keep the receipts.
So when the Pelicans come out to fucking actually start challenging some teams and Brandon Ingram becomes a star next year...
Which he is.
You heard it here first. Okay, back a few podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Next year, Brandon Ingram is going to be over 20-point scorer. He's probably going to lead the Pelicans in scoring.
Yeah, definitely.
There might be Drew Holiday's team for now.
But the guy who's ready on the Pelicans to break out and be that guy is Brandon Ingram. Most definitely. So, yeah, the Pelicans are going to challenge some teams next year. I mean, they shoot to the top of your league pass team now because you have to see them play. You have to see Zion play. They put Zion in such a great situation for a number one pick.
Because now you can just...
Man, how do you get Jackson Hayes, too?
How you get Alexander Walker?
How you just stack the team up like that? That's amazing.
Griffin did his thing, man.
No, the winners of the draft is David Griffin. He won draft night. David Griffin and the Hawks made beautiful decisions. Got both of our favorite players in the draft.
Yep.
Who we argued about seamlessly, continuously, and now they're going to be teammates.
About who should go to the Lakers.
Yeah, now they're both Hawks.
Now they're both on the fucking Hawks with Trae Young.
And Kevin Werder and John Collins. Like, man, look for the Hawks. The Hawks are going to be a league pass team. This is going to be the first year I pay for the full-fledged league pass, not just the one team or so. Because I paid to watch Brooklyn last year because I'm a D'Angelo guy.
Or you could always go to ripple.is.
Hey,
watch that shit live.
Hey, don't plug any illegal shit now.
I'm not plugging anything.
But yeah, man. So we had this NBA draft. We got into it a little bit on Thursday. I think it was one of the more interesting drafts that we've had recently. Like, It was very entertaining. There was so many backstories. There was niggas crying, niggas' mamas and daddies on the podium with them and shit.
I found that a little weird.
I thought it was very weird, but I thought it was very entertaining because
that's what it was. Like they wanted these kids to cry.
Yeah, they wanted them to cry. They wanted everything to be so emotional. It was like a soap opera.
Even when they cried, there were still questions being asked. And
like,
then Mike
how do you feel?
Daddy's face.
Now, how do you feel?
Like, damn,
that shit was crazy. I
was just like, damn, Zion, you the monster of the league, and here you are.
Hey, showing people that he's human. I think that's good for his brand. I think that's gonna play well with the people in New Orleans and the NBA in general. Him showing his emotions like that because he's such an emotional, fiery player. Yeah. So I think Zion's the star of the league right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's not the best player in the league, but he's the star of the league right now.
Projections. What do you think next year? Zion, what is he getting? And who's going to be Rookie of the Year?
Okay, so I don't want to be wrong. You know me. I'm going to try to be right.
Yeah.
I would give Zion 16.5 points, 10.5 rebounds.
Oh, that's a lot of boards.
Oh, he's getting those boards. He's getting those boards because Jackson Hayes is not a rebounder. Jackson Hayes is going to be more of a Brook Lopez, box you out, let my teammates grab the rebounds. Like a Steven Adams, Brook Lopez kind on the rebounds. Damn, they got Jackson Hayes, who I love a lot. That's crazy. Okay, I don't want to get sidetracked. But I got Zion at like 16.5, 10.5, and 3.5 assists. Yeah, I went with the half so it could be over or under, however you want to slice it. And I believe 1.5 blocks a game. I think Zion is going to be pretty damn dominant, not scoring wise because of the size and because there's going to be a lot of guys with long wingspans just putting their arms up and him running into them and getting offensive fouls. But I think Zion's going to be really, really good. But I think Darius Garland's going to win Rookie of the Year.
I think that gets you Rookie of the Year.
No, that's
16.5 and 10. Rookies don't come in getting double doubles at that kind of level.
There's somebody who's going to average 20 and about 6.
Darius Garland
is good
with Colin Sexton.
Yes. Why do people think that a dual point guard? There's 2 point guards playing in Portland who
I'm not saying,
average over 20.
I'm not saying the dual point guard thing doesn't work. I'm saying Colin Sexton.
There's not neither of them are great distributors. I'll give you that. They also got Kevin Porter Jr. I got the Cavs as one of the big winners of the draft on Thursday. But Darius Garland to me is in the perfect situation. I think give me myself some leeway. Anywhere from 18 to 20 points. He's not an assist guy, so I don't want to predict the assists. Maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 if he improves.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe 3 because that's how much he averaged at Vanderbilt. But I think he's just going to light it up. I think people just don't understand how talented of a scorer that kid is. You give him the minutes, he's going to score the ball. So I got Darius Garland winning Rookie of the Year because I think he's just going to score the most points, and usually that's what wins Rookie of the Year. Now, I don't think Zion's going to be that guy. I'm not saying Darius Garland's going to be better than Zion going forward, but I think the stats that Darius Garland could put up in Cleveland is going to be eye-popping. He's easily their most talented player. They don't have some veteran or something like that. Now, Zion got to share the ball with Ingram. Lonzo's going to be orchestrating. Giroux's going to be doing his thing. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's going to be like their Lou Williams. Hopefully, next year he could play that role as a sixth man because if he transitions to the NBA, if he transitions to the NBA, well, they're going to have a lot of people who can do a lot of things. They still have cap room and all kind of stuff to play with.
I wouldn't even fuck with it.
I wouldn't fuck with it either.
I'd leave it.
I'd roll it over. I keep rolling it over until I could get a.
Well, they have to spend 90%.
Yeah, they have to spend it, but you can spend it on 1-year deals or.
Oh yeah. But I'd spend it on guys that like. I spent it on Vince Carter that I would have wanted him to play.
Yeah.
I spent it on Jamal Crawford and I wouldn't want him to play. Like,
oh yeah, just get locker room guys. Get Tyson Chandler. Shit, we made that mistake last year.
Yeah, just pay him a lot of money and just don't play him.
Yeah, I got Darius Garland being the Rookie of the Year next year because he's the Cavs franchise player. I don't think Colin Sexton is anywhere on his level.
Definitely not anywhere on his level. But I'm saying like Colin Sexton.
He's gonna eat up some stuff,
he's not
the thing I worry about is neither of them being distributors. But then I look at Portland, and although those are better players than Colin Sexton, Dame and CJ are way better than Colin Sexton's going to be. But I look at just them being a scoring backcourt, not winning very many games.
I think Sexton's going to make Garland look bad. I think that team all around next year.
It's a little clunky. They're looking for the first pick in 2020.
No, yeah.
They're one of the top contenders for the 2020 first overall pick, but I don't think anybody could stop Garland from scoring the basketball. I just don't think so.
In the NBA as a rookie.
In the NBA, in the league, like, period.
In the NBA as a rookie in the NBA.
Yeah,
He's never played more than 4 college games.
That's not his fault.
In the rookie.
That's not his fault that he didn't play. That's not his fault that he didn't feel like playing.
No one's going to stop him. There's not Patrick Beverley. There's not KD. There's not Kawhi. There's not Danny Green.
I was talking about his teammate. You said his teammate was going to stop him. I said I don't think there's nobody on that team that's going to stop him. You said there's nobody
in the league that's going to stop him. You said the league. You said
okay, but I meant you said his teammate was going to stop him from being as good as he can be. I'm saying there's nobody on that Cavs team that's going to stop him from being his greatest he can be his rookie season.
Until they trade his ass, because Colin Sexton's that dude can.
He can defend. He can get after it.
But he's gonna stun.
He has tunnel vision.
You got to trade Colin Sexton if you want to maximize Garland. And until that happens, not only that, but fucking what's his name? Jordan Clarkson's gonna stun his shit too. Jordan Clarkson. Not only that, bro, Cedi Osman doesn't pass either.
Hey man, it's Darius Garland's team next year. I'm guaranteeing it. They will all take a step back when they have their first few weeks of practices, and you see you got something special on the court. You're like, oh shit.
Just for the sake of argument, Darius Garland is going to score 12 points a game.
Hey, he could.
39% from the three.
Rookie point guards tend to struggle. We know that.
You heard it here first. This is going to be the first, I guess.
Big debate. He has Garland being trash. I got Garland being a treasure. As a rookie, I know he doesn't think Garland sucks or anything like that.
I don't think Garland sucks, but just for sake of debate, because this is the closest to debating.
We always agree on shit.
I know,
because we grew up together and everything.
Agree on shit.
Yeah, off camera we'd be at it, but I mean, you get on this forum and it's like, hey man, this is my guy.
So there it is, Darius Garland.
Okay, so who's your rookie of the year, motherfucker? What's Zion doing, and who's the rookie of the year so I can pick your shit apart?
I think Zion gets like 18 and 8.
Damn, I guess that's realistic as fuck.
Like, I think Zion gets 18 and 8.
Even if B.I. scoring 25 points a game?
I don't think B.I. scoring 25, but I think he's scoring 22. I think B.I. goes for 22. I think Holiday goes for like 15, 16. Lonzo's not doing shit. Hayes is not doing shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Lonzo and Hayes, man, that's such a good pairing. I want to get into that maybe later on another episode, because after we're
a Laker podcast.
Hey man, but them motherfuckers are good, a very good match. They just have intangibles.
But
I would build my team around them too, if I could, if I was a GM.
But if all goes right, now this is gonna be hard.
Who's the rookie of the year not named Zion?
If all goes right, I think it's hard. I can't choose one.
Okay, start rattling some shit off.
I think RJ Barrett. He's gonna be by himself. That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
But he's gonna be by himself, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
That usage rate.
If Fizdale isn't a dick and doesn't decide to treat him like a little hoe, and gives him the minutes and lets him learn, and not just sits him like the way Luke Walton used to do our guys, or the way that Byron Scott used to do D'Lo, just sit him for no reason and play him 28, 30 minutes a game, then you're just wasting him so far. You're wasting his learning curve.
Most definitely.
So I think RJ Barrett, depending on Fizdale, can really be something special. I think, what's his name? Ja Morant.
He has like a wide open path to being good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but you have Jaren Jackson, a real threat down low.
Great player.
I mean, if depending on his coaching too, that's another person that I think those are the two guys I think that are really going to win the rookie of the year.
RJ and Ja.
18 and 8 wins it too.
Yeah. I think the class is way better than people think it is.
Oh yeah.
I think this is a really good draft class.
Alexander Walker is going to be first team all rookie.
No, he's
heard
not.
It here first.
No, the fuck
first team all rookie. You give him 25
Alexander Walker won't make second team all rookie.
You give him 25 minutes a game. Coming off
Alexander Walker won't make second team all rookie.
25 minutes a game, he'll be first team all rookie. He'll have
Alexander Walker won't be a good player until he's in 3 years in the league.
He'll have like 11 points, 6 boards, 5 assists type shit.
I don't think so.
He's gonna be nice, bro. Especially on that Pelicans, he's gonna get so many assists. That's Lonzo 2.0. I don't know where the fuck Lou Williams comes from, but that's Lonzo 2.0.
He has nothing of Lonzo in his game. I don't know.
Everything of Lonzo.
He's slow.
In his game.
He doesn't play with speed.
No. Yeah. He does. He's not as fast.
I guess that's just what makes me not see it is because Lonzo. I think of this Tasmanian devil when he's on his game. And Alexander Walker, I see him more like his cousin Shea, kind of probing and kind of doing his thing. And he's a great shooter. That's what Alexander Walker is. He's one of the best shooters in the draft.
He's one of the best defenders of the draft.
Yeah, he's good.
Just wait.
But I don't think he'll be productive for like his first 2 seasons. He'll be a summer league star.
I think he's going to be productive right out the gate.
He'll be a summer league star.
On some Darius Garland, 20 points, fucking 4 assists and 11 rebounds.
Fuck, man.
That's gonna make us look stupid as fuck for the person that just came in.
I know, they're just watching this shit. I like other people's situation too, man. Like, I don't think Cam Reddish or DeAndre Hunter is gonna have that good of a rookie season in Atlanta because of it's Trae Young's team, it's John Collins' team. They already have basically 2 20-point scorers on that team as is. So how is Cam gonna really put up more than 8 or 9
Hunter
points?
Getting like 9 points.
They're both gonna be at like. But that's a good ass starting 5, and they plan on starting all 5 of those guys together.
The fact of John Collins and Trae Young taking the majority of the ball doesn't fuck with their heads. Mm-hmm. They can really be something. Now, do you think that in order to maximize Cam Reddish, they need to give some of that opportunity to Cam, or does Cam need to relish his opportunity and take that seat back and be the most he can be as second to third option?
Much as I think he's the second or third best talent in the draft, he doesn't even take a back seat. Learning the NBA game, coming into it, and he could be he could surprise some people because he lost so much hype, and he went number 10 or 8. Where did he go? 8 or 10? I don't remember.
Sure, 10.
10. He went 10th in the draft and everything like that. So come into it, ease yourself into it, hit some open shots, play defense at a high level, and as you continue to grow and blossom, he can be the best player on that Atlanta Hawks team. And you heard it here first. I will say that. I will say that.
The best player is Trae Young. No, without a doubt.
The best player, the most
forward. He'll be the best on the team once Trae Young decides to come to LA.
The most talented player on the Atlanta Hawks roster right now is Cam Reddish. It's Cam Reddish. No doubt about it.
That's fucking crazy.
No doubt about it.
Never played in the NBA game.
Is the most talented player on their team.
Someone that's probably going to win Rookie of the Year tomorrow.
Hell no, he's not winning Rookie of the Year over Luka. He's going to win the runner-up. They give a runner-up trophy.
Cam won't get that far.
Hey man, he's
Cam
not gonna
have a chance. Cam has a real chance.
I'm talking about 3.
Special.
I'm talking about year 3 or 4. I'm not talking about rookie or sophomore season.
Yeah, but I can't.
He's gonna be better than Trae Young. I still can't see
it because year 3 or 4 is gonna be year 4 or 5.
I know for Trae
Young, and he's
gonna be a fucking monster. Putting up fucking souped up Steve Nash numbers.
Oh my goodness.
Hey man, but I really love Cam Reddish. I don't know what his statistics are gonna look like coming into the game, but I do know once he hits his stride. I'll tell you this much: when they're in the playoffs and Cam and Trae are both at their peak, they'll be giving the ball to Cam Reddish at the end of the games. I do know that.
Man, I don't believe it.
I will say that the ball will be in Cam Reddish.
I don't believe that because I think DeAndre Hunter by year 3, year 4 is gonna be. It's gonna be either you keep DeAndre or you keep Cam. To be honest, if one of them blows up, the other is gonna be the guy that's be like.
I understand. That's a great point. I'm not even gonna front. But you sold me as DeAndre Hunter stretch 4 man. I was always looking at DeAndre Hunter the wing.
3, yeah, he's a 4.
You opened my eyes to DeAndre Hunter as the 4 man, and then when I watch film of him as a 4 man, I see this dude who could be a really really great player without taking up possessions and not really worrying about. DeAndre Hunter could be a really great player averaging 12 to 16 points. Cam Reddish can't be a great player averaging 12 to 16 points. It's just not in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get it.
So if DeAndre's the stretch 4 man, and I think DeAndre's going to be a better earlier than Cam, and but John Collins can't play no defense at the 5,
and that's where
it gets tricky.
Yeah, because why do you draft DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah,
because you have John Collins there. Yeah. So if you're gonna force DeAndre Hunter to be a 3, who I don't think is. I don't think it's fast enough to be a 3.
Yeah.
Especially in the NBA.
Yeah, not in the NBA.
You're gonna fuck with his mental state of knowing that he can't guard nobody at the 3.
And that's supposed to be his thing, is guarding everybody.
Yeah, no. You put him at the 4 though, you have him guarding Kuzmas instead of fucking Ingrams. You got somebody there.
I understand that. I like where the Hawks are going, and it is going to be a fluid situation that we're going to be seeing because. It's a bit of a log jam, and there's new players, and then Kevin Horton, he was supposed to be Trae Young's running mate. You know what I'm saying? So Does Omari Spellman, did he get better? Is he going to play a role?
Oh, my goodness,
Atlanta's interesting.
Hawks,
we're going to be paying a lot of attention to the Hawks.
What do you do with Kevin and Cam? You can't split 48 minutes. You can't.
They should have traded the Pelicans the 10th pick instead of the 8th pick, and they should have got Jackson Hayes at number 8 to go along with DeAndre Hunter. That makes so much more sense. But they did what they did. They got, to me, one of the most talented kids in the draft. And I think he's one of the most talented players to come to the league in quite some time. I'm not saying the most, but people are asleep on Cam, man. He played injured all last season. He played a weird role. I'm telling you, when he's balling, I don't want to hear nothing.
I mean,
I don't want to hear. Oh yeah, I said he was good.
You don't want to hear nothing. Okay, so if he's balling, I'm not going to say you was right. You was right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Yeah, I never said Cam was a bust. I never said he couldn't play. I don't want to hear you sounding like Stephen A.
I'm going to say that now because I would never. Because Cam, what I'm saying is with Trae Young on that team, with what they already have, and now they're trying to grow. They're still trying to grow John Collins and Trae Young. Yeah. Now you're trying to
2 20-point scores already.
Now you're trying to grow Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter.
They're gonna have them. Somebody's
gonna get the short end of the tit.
Yeah. Somebody's not gonna be able to feast on mama's teeth.
Somebody's not gonna be.
Hey, I feel you, but I believe in Cam Reddish. They took him for a reason.
Oh, shit.
They took him for a reason.
I know, that's because of the potential.
The potential is crazy.
Thing, though.
And it's not a pressure cooker situation.
They picked him knowing we'll be perfectly fine if we get him to explode, and we'll be perfectly fine if he doesn't. Shit.
Yeah, that's true. They
picked him knowing that.
That's where you take somebody who's going to boom or bust. Now, let's talk about the Washington Wizards, who seem to want to suck for the rest of their lives.
Damn,
Washington wants to be garbage until garbage becomes gold. I don't know what they want to do, bro. Like, why would you take Rui Hachimura 9th in this draft?
Bro,
why?
You take Rui Hachimura because
he's not as good as Brandon Clark.
Here's the thing. What you think is he's going to be the guy that you plug and play, that the way we described him, right? But here's the thing. You plug and play him with the contending team.
Yes.
Washington, you're no longer a fucking good contending team. That's the problem. And that's what they thought.
Yeah, they're thinking, horrible.
Oh, well, we just traded Otto Porter for Jabari Parker.
And then you decide not to pick up Jabari's option.
They're going to but you're going to get 2 Jabaris in that case.
Man, that's terrible to me. I thought that was all-time terrible. Yeah, I understand Cam Johnson going to the Suns, which I still think was a bad move, more than I understand Rui going to the fucking Wizards. There was so much talent on the board. Being a scout, I would have
taken Bo's dumbass.
Exactly, like, and Sekou Doumbouya is still right there.
Oh yeah,
that you can grow and groom and see what happens. You're gonna be trash anyway.
Next year you're gonna be trash.
Exactly.
Then you're gonna trade Bradley Beal, and then you're gonna be pissed that you picked Hachimura because he ain't gonna be what you thought he was gonna be. At least for your team.
Yeah, at least for the Washington.
If he's on any other team that's a contender, that's smart.
And as much as I love PJ Washington, I hate what Charlotte did. Why take him right there when you don't have nobody that's going to set him up? He needs to be set up.
Not just that, but now you got to have him play against Hernan Gomez, Kaminsky, Kid Gilchrist.
He needs another big with him.
Zeller. No, he has a lot of bigs with him.
Suck.
That's the problem.
I'm saying they suck. All the bigs he has with him are trash. So I hate that fit for PJ Washington. PJ, I know you're happy you went 12th, but you're not going to be heard of for some time, bro.
You're not going to be
not
heard
with
of,
Malik
bro.
Monk, not with Miles Bridges trying to develop. Whether you keep Kimba or not, it was just an ugly situation in Charlotte.
The one thing I love about Charlotte, though, and this is the only thing I love about
their jerseys, their home court, when they do the retro shit,
is they give their picks a chance.
They do.
Zeller, Kaminsky.
They don't just get rid of them.
They don't just get rid of them. They give them a full 4 or 5 years to see what they can do. They just can't develop shit.
They can't develop shit out there.
But they give them time. And that's what
I wonder. I trust Mitch Kupchak as a GM. I like Mitch Kupchak as a GM. I wonder why he took PJ Washington.
Michael Jordan took PJ Washington.
Maybe they see some star potential. I see a great player who will be good with. I see somebody who will be the best role player with great players around him. I don't know why they did that, and why Washington might as well have took him. Might as well have took PJ Washington if that's what you want. Ugh. Disgusting.
Yeah, this draft was a little awkward.
A little?
This draft was
Kevin Porter Jr. didn't go till fucking 30. I could cuss out every team in the damn draft. No, I can't.
I was saying, like, I don't see... The reason why I even picked him as a sleeper is because I believe that he wasn't going to get picked that high. I watched his tape.
That disgusts me.
He's just too James Youngish for me. That kind of player for me. Like,
he's more explosive than James Young, but he is a floater like James Young, where he'll just float around out there and give you 2 wild plays a game. I don't give a shit. He was in a weird position in USC. He had conduct detrimental to the team, got suspended. He had an injury, was out for a long time. Man, as soon as Summer League starts and people see Kevin Porter Jr. playing, they're going to be like, oh, man, he should have got taken earlier. Trust me.
I don't believe so. I think he's going to struggle.
Hey, let's make a pact.
What do you want to make?
We're going to bet on something.
I'm not just going to shake your hand and then make the pact. We got to talk about it. Then we got to say.
If Kevin Porter Jr. is making headlines at Summer League for the right reasons, you owe me some motherfucking water, coffee, beer, juice.
No, it's got to be something where it has to be meaningful for them.
Okay, if Kevin Porter Jr. We'll think of something.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Because there's a lot of bets we can make because we're always debating about players.
Yeah, but is it just going to be a Kevin Porter Jr. thing where it's yes or a no? And then if
Kevin Porter Jr. and Darius Garland are going to win the Las Vegas Summer League themselves.
But the same way you can't pair Garland with Kevin Porter Jr.
They are on the same team together.
No, but they have to be separate. They have to be separate entities as far as
I understand that.
Pat.
Yeah. We'll figure out something. We got a lot of time. We got a lot of time until.
And it's fucking couple weeks away.
Yeah. Summer League starts on July 5th with Zion and RJ going at it. The first game of the Summer League on ESPN.
So what do you think about Ja not playing?
He's hurt. I don't mind. Remember, he got the little surgery.
I know he was hurt.
He got the little surgery before the draft. He had to get. Just like Cam Reddish won't be playing. He had to get the little surgery.
And that's gonna suck, man.
He needs that. He needs that. He needed that
confidence builder.
Yeah, he needed.
Is Trae Young playing?
Devin Booker played for 3 years in the Summer League, and he was already nice. So you never know. Sometimes people just like to go out there and get some quick run in front of all, because it's going to be full of stars. I'm sure AD and LeBron are going to be sitting there
watching Zion.
Yeah.
When do the Lakers play the Pelicans?
I don't know when they match up. I think they'll have to match up in the tournament.
Damn.
Imagine if B.I. and Lonzo decide to play in the Summer League.
They're winning.
They're winning everything. Yeah, they're not.
I mean, they won with just Josh Hart.
Yeah.
With fucking Josh Hart playing.
They won already. That's just the Summer League's going to be lit this year because I think there's a lot of guys who can play. I'm looking at Sekou Doumbouya. I think people slept too tough. I don't know what that's about. Did Tyler Hero get taken before Sekou Doumbouya in the draft?
I knew Hero was going to go early though. You can't. He does a lot of things good offensively, and he's not like he's a dummy on defense. I mean, he can't play it, but
Miami made a mistake.
Tries.
Miami made a mistake. You don't let.
I think they made a mistake because they have too many fucking guards already.
Yeah, you don't let Sekou pass you by. I wouldn't let Kevin Porter Jr. get past me, but that's just me. I'm here with a guy who doesn't think Kevin Porter Jr. deserved to be in that range.
He has a Cam Newton jersey on, so that tells you that
much.
What?
Come on now, you already know what this is.
That tells you that much. But I would have taken Hero. I just wouldn't have. If I was Miami, I wouldn't have taken Hero. But I think Hero's a lottery guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he didn't deserve to go in that range. I'm just talking about that was talent because when Washington takes Hachimura and the Phoenix Suns take Cam Johnson, there's talent left falling on the board.
Hero's one of those guys.
He's not.
It depends on how high you rank him.
There was no way Tyler Hero was going to be a top 10 pick. It depends on how you rank him because myself, I had
Doumbouya
at 14.
I had him lower on my.
Yeah,
I had
you had
Hero
him at 14.
Higher. So
you had Hero at 11. You had Doumbouya at 14.
Yeah.
And you were wrong.
No, because Hero went before him, right?
He went before him, but that doesn't mean he's better than him.
He will be.
That means you and the team that took Hero over
Miami shouldn't have taken him.
Was both wrong. But he could be good, though. I mean, it's all subjective. It's all subjective. But the shit that I've watched, Doumbouya going 15 is stupid. Very dumb. By the end of the process, watching film, I have moved Doumbouya above guys like Culver and Hunter.
Do you think the Nuggets partially won this draft?
Yeah, because you get a high risk. I mean, a high reward, no risk. Because if he's not good, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
He only once you sign a second round pick to their contract, they only guarantee 2 years, and neither of the years are actually guaranteed. It's just a 2-year contract. You can get rid of him at any time.
As of right now, the Nuggets are a fucking crucial, smart ass team.
And we talked about Rookie of the Year. Michael Porter Jr. might be Rookie of the Year next year.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was about to bring up.
Yeah.
Is what makes me so scared if I'm another NBA exec and I let Bol Bol go to the Nuggets, there's a reason the Nuggets went and selected Bol Bol's ass, because you let Michael Porter sit for the year, you rehab him, you train him, you work on his game.
Now you're excited about him.
Now you're very excited. Now you're looking at it and saying, you know what, we did such a fucking great job with this guy. We can do it again with him. That's what I think happened. Yeah. And I think the league fucked up, let him.
And they traded for the pick. Like they see, we have an opportunity right here. Let's trade for this guy.
Not only, oh my goodness,
that's scary.
Yeah, that is.
That's scary. Because
they're confident going in, knowing they can rehab this guy, knowing they
get
can
him stronger,
exactly,
and everything like that.
He doesn't have to touch the floor for another 2 to 3 years with Jokic there.
At all. That's scary. I love it. But the steal of the draft, I was trying to make a drum roll sound, was Talen Horton-Tucker.
I keep wanting to say Junior after Horton. Talen Horton Jr.
In my full board, he was about 17 or 18 for me as far as just best players in the draft. And to get him at 46, this dude has a 7'1" wingspan that's comparable to guys like Ingram, who's a little bit longer, but he's only 6'3" with a 7'1" wingspan. He has the same exact hand size as Kawhi Leonard. He's a dog defensively. He attacks the rim, and all the 3-pointers he made at Iowa State this last year, he shot them from deep range. He was shooting all his threes were from far away. He wasn't even worried about the college three. He was shooting all his threes at the NBA three. Like, what this kid could become is crazy. How they got him at 46, I don't know. There was no medical issues. There was, I don't believe, any off-court issues. I don't know how he fell to 46. Now, he has a shrewd operator as his agent, and I know a lot of the league is not.
That's his name, or that's.
Huh?
Shrewd operator?
No, Clutch. He's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're shrewd operators at Clutch, so maybe they wanted to get him there where he wanted to be or whatever. Because think about it, the two guys that are represented by Clutch Sports went to the Cavs and the Lakers. The two guys represented by Clutch Sports in this draft, Darius and Horton-Tucker. So Richie Pauls, he's that guy. He knows how to do some things as an agent. So maybe it was an agent thing, I don't know. But to get THT at 46, man, he's gonna be really good. And he was the youngest college player in the draft. He's the only player younger than him was Sekou Doumbouya. Talen Horton-Tucker is turning 19 on Thanksgiving. So he's going to be almost a month into his rookie season before he even turns 19. That is scary. It's scary what they got and what he could become. All they got to do is develop him. They have this coaching staff where they're just adding these defensive-minded coaches, and you have this 7'1" wingspan, already NBA body, already strong, ready to guard anything. I mean, what a fucking great job by the Lakers to get this kid.
Every year, man. They came out with a solid-ass rookie class with only having 1 second-round pick.
And we lost the draft, though. But we got somebody who, early on in mock drafts, they had THT going in the lottery. Early on in the season, now his three-pointer just fell off. His three-pointer fell off, and teams started keying in on him as the number one option at Iowa State. So his numbers tailed off, but... Man, you give me this guy at 46 overall? Come on now. What a great move by the Lakers.
Great move. Outstanding move.
Gotta love it.
But with that said...
Hey, man, that was episode 6, baby.
Dang.
Episode 6.
It's been great, man. It's been fun. It's been real.
To recap, in case you're catching this late, we went through the salary cap shit. In the beginning of the episode, we gave you our legit... projected on the $109 million salary cap. We gave you our legit scenarios to fill out the Lakers roster.
3 different scenarios.
3 different scenarios that you're going to love.
Built around Kawhi. 1 built around D'Lo. 1 built around depth.
No max free agents, just all depth. So if you're just
catching it, make sure to go
do that.
To the beginning.
And please build your own team based off of the salary cap projections in the comments. We would love to see. And we will mention it next episode. We will talk about it.
one more thing. If there's anything you want us to talk about, that's not Laker regarded, because we are an NBA podcast.
Yeah,
first.
We are NBA podcast.
We are Lakers to the core, but we're an NBA podcast.
We're Laker fanatics.
If there's anything you want us to talk about, let us know down below, and we'll definitely get to it. We will plan an episode around the shit that you want to hear. This is for you.
This is for you guys, man. We appreciate the fans. We appreciate the people starting to fuck with this shit, man. We love it. But yeah, man. Basketball Twitter. Everywhere, man, we're on there, man. Like I said, how do I point to that shit? Oh, there we go.
1-on-1 solo. That's me right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
That's me right there.
Hey.
No, I don't know how to point it backwards.
I'm awkward with this shit. Okay,
that's me. 1-on-1 solo. Follow me on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. 1-on-1 Diamond.
You did.
Hey,
this has been 1-on-1 with Solo and Diamond, aka 1-on-1 with Dolo and Simon, and we'll be back at ya,
bitches.